So you should have a roster.
Always, always. I call it Olympic dating. You got to have a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist.
Expand on that for me.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Expand on that? Pause, ladies. This man likes the same thing that you like. So anyway, I'm not going to get too deep off into that, but today's conversation is definitely going to center around why this is horrible advice. Now, before we get into it, I want you guys to let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Make sure you comment your thoughts under this video. Now, before we get back into this video, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go.
So you should have a roster.
Always, always. I call it Olympic dating. You got to have a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist.
Expand on that for me. Because some people would say you got too much going on. You're not focusing on one thing. So your attention is divided.
It should be, because none of these men are the one until they're the one.
Wait a minute. That is crazy what he just said. I need y'all to understand something. First of all, women are already doing this.
What I do is I date multiples.
Okay.
And I keep my options open. That allows the person who believes he's the one to step up to the plate, because you already know there's competition.
But in order to have a first, second, and third place, that means you have to have like 9, 10 people in the race, maybe 5, 6, 7. I mean, how else can you judge who is in first, second, or third? You got to have multiple men. Olympic dating? Damn. Let's continue though.
Right? So, and it's interesting. A lot of women say, oh, but I can't do that. It's too much. And to the women that say that, I say it is probably too much because you're treating one man and giving 100% of your energy to each man. So yeah, you're expending 300% of your energy and heart space and love.
It is an art form to be able to speak to women. Think about this. What is your max capacity? Is it 100 or is it 300 or is it 1,000? Like literally, what is your capacity? Because when I'm listening to him speak about this situation, 300%, you're still spreading yourself. And the messed up part is you're never going to divide yourself evenly. Anyway, let's continue.
And each of these men should have 33%.
Should the men know that they are one of many?
If they ask, we should be honest. What I know for sure is that men who are very determined about you don't care.
So you should have a roster.
False. This is false. The man definitely is going to care. You know what? Let me be fair about this, ladies. Let me be fair. Let me give you guys some game or some insight on this. The guy that comes in 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, he may not care. But the guy that's in 1 or 2, possibly even 3, those guys are going to care. Now, number 1 guy, he probably is not going to give a damn about what you're doing because he's out doing the same thing. Now, ladies, I know I hear a lot of you say that the streets, there's nothing out here. The streets are trash. And every single time I hear a woman say that, I say, damn. Is it because you're presenting yourself as trash? Now, the reason I'm asking you that is because I'll say, okay, fine. The majority of men do not want their woman showing off her assets.
I shouldn't have to ask for his permission. I shouldn't ask for his permission.
No thing on, just titties out.
I'm not saying my titties out. He's saying if I wear a bra last.
The majority of men do not want a woman who is showing off her assets. What are the majority of women out here actually doing? Showing off their assets, which means that, yes, the guy is not going to treat you the way that you actually want to be treated. And you guys have to understand more than all of us that dating is cutthroat. Once the fantasy is gone, once the fantasy is ruined, so is that whole possibility of a relationship, meaning you're going to move on to what you perceive as the next best option. Now, this is why the hookup culture actually exists. The hookup culture exists because the majority of women are actually doing this. By the way, this is the number 1 reason, and I have 3 reasons, but this is the number 1 reason why this is terrible advice. The majority of women are already doing this. The fact that they have a man who likes men giving them advice on this situation is horrible, because that man has a different type of mindset and things that he can categorize within his mind. Now, let's not act like women don't categorize men. And again, let's not act like women are not already doing this. For instance, there's 4 ways for a man to play this love and romance game. You could be Mr. Wallet, Mr. Bedroom, you could be the homie, or you could be Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Fix-It. Now, a lot of women think that they want Mr. Bedroom or Mr. Fix-It or Mr. Wallet or even the homie, but there are downs, there are cons to each one of those ways that you play the game, meaning she's going to settle, right? And now because she's settling, she's not happy. The crazy thing is when we look at this in reverse, men are actually happy with who we settle with, because we realize that no woman is perfect. But this brings us to my number 2 reason as to why this is horrible advice. Competition. We constantly hear women who want the top percent men, meaning she wants a guy that's in the top 20%. Well, guess what? The guy she's getting advice from also wants a guy that's in the top 20% as well, which means he has his stuff together, he has some money, he has the height or somewhat close to the height, right? Meaning he's close to 6 figures, he's close to 6 feet, and he's really, really good or really talented and blessed in the bedroom. But this competition is the reason why men allow women to actually do the choosing. This is why men allow women to do the pursuing, because men understand, dang, I can pursue this woman. I can put in all this work, and then she'll still choose another guy. Somehow she'll still be unhappy with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, no matter how much money that man has or no matter how much he does not have. I've seen it play out both ways. I've seen women play a man who has all the money, and I've also seen women play a man who has no money. So with that being said, we have competition going on both sides. Now, here's where women get lost in the sauce. There's 3 million more women on the planet, in the United States than there are men. So the reason I always bring that stat up is because women are losing sight. They don't realize that you are going to have to compete for that man. Now, if you don't know what a man is judging you on, let me give you a few things. Number 1, he's looking at the best intimacy or the best sex, right? Then he's looking at the best personality. Which woman treats him the best? Which woman does he get along with? And then after that, he's looking at lifestyle. Okay, what do I want the image of myself to be? What type of lifestyle do I actually want to live? And then what does this woman bring to the table? What can we actually build together? Again, this is competition. Women are unaware of the competition that they're in, because I'm starting to see that women are actually the narcissistic ones. Women are actually the ones who believe that they cover all of those bases and that they are perfect. The majority of men are only going to tell their dream woman that she's perfect unless he says this to every woman, because this is his game for trying to get in her pants. Now, the third reason why this is terrible advice is because we all have only so much attention that we can give, right? Or that is available. So what is your capacity? Again, is it 100%? Because then you'll be dividing that up based on how you're living, what you're doing. Do you spend time with friends, family, kids, work, building something, coming up with different ideas? What is it that you're spending your time doing? Because the leftover time is going to be the time that you actually use or utilize towards a mate. Now, if you have 9 people trying to win this race, and then you have guys that have placed 1, 2, and 3, women that I've seen are very indecisive. Here's an example. My daughter, she's autistic, but I still put her in positions where she can make a decision. And here's just a very loose example. I'll take my daughter and we'll go get some clothes. Now, I'll ask her, hey, do you want this or do you want this? And sometimes she'll say both. Then I'll say, well, wait, we're not building your wardrobe, right? We're just getting dressed for today. We're getting dressed for this event, right? So I need you to just choose one, because then we have to get things to actually match that. The reason I brought that up is because women often make this same type of decision in dating, right? Now, they may have the guy that they're really attracted to and really interested in, and he may have the money and he may have the bedroom activities that she's looking for, but he may not have something else that she wants, meaning he may not be the man who wants to sign up for a headache and a heartbreak. Again, the reason I'm saying this is because we all know now as adults that we're all looking for the next best option, meaning at some point in time, that woman is going to be unhappy with the situation, no matter what it is, no matter what you provide, no matter what you do, no matter who you are. An experienced man understands that you let the woman choose, because when she chooses, that's how the spark actually stays there a little bit longer. It doesn't mean it's going to be there forever, but it means that it's going to be there a little longer, which means you get better treatment. So most men realize, wait a minute, why am I going to put in all this work for this woman?
Care you. What am I here for? We just got back.
And I'm just an option. In fact, you don't even know which option you are. Here's the most important thing. When a woman gives you an ultimatum, another thing that most experienced men have learned the hard way. When a woman gives you an ultimatum, this means that she's trying to choose between you and somebody that's putting pressure on her. Now, you are higher than the guy that is putting pressure on her, meaning you're the number 1, 2, or 3 guy. But number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 may actually be the guy that's putting pressure on her, and she is now having to make a decision. So she's giving you the ultimatum. Now, I have a story to go with this. Again, this is another piece of information that you guys may want to know. Again, this is what experienced men know. When a woman tells the world that she's in a relationship, what she's actually doing is sending out a bat signal to the men that she was interested in, right? Meaning she's looking for those guys to understand that they missed out on their opportunity, or they have to step their game up. Or this may just be revenge on a friend or an ex, because that friend may have chose to be with her now ex.
We listen, but we don't judge.
Do you want me to say it?
Do it.
I f***ed the kid you were in love with.
Or her ex may have cheated or said something to her, and now she's looking for revenge, or she's trying to throw this in their face as proof that she still got it, or she can still do whatever it is that she's looking to do. For instance, a man says, you're never going to find someone who's going to love you like me. Now she's on a pursuit to prove that person wrong. She's on a pursuit unknowingly. She's on a pursuit to figure out, dang, are you going to love me more than this guy said? Are you going to do more for me than what that guy said? This is where we get into that bar conversation. This guy set the bar. Now you have to come in and set a new bar, or at least be able to live up to that bar. Fellas, this whole game of love, romance is hard to navigate, because we're now in a space where we have men who have decided, hey, you know what? I'd rather go after the girl who has, or the woman who has a husband or a boyfriend, because that's my only competition. Now, I have 3 pieces of advice to give to women that is a little different from what this man is giving to them. Number 1, only date the men that you are interested in. If you want to expand it out to a few more men, make sure that these are men you're interested in, not just guys that are providing some type of ego boost. Number 2, make sure that this person is somebody that you're happy with. You're happy with this choice that you've made, because if you're not, then that relationship is not gonna last. And number 3, the most important thing is understand that you need each other, because if you don't need each other, if you keep falling into that same conversation of, I don't need you, I want you, your relationship is not going to work. Here on this channel, what I am encouraging men to do is to become the best version of yourself, to become the man that all of the women want. And I say the man because women all women want the same man, right? There's a small group of men, so we can just say that those guys are the man. I'm encouraging you to be that guy. How? Get your life together, get your mind together, get your body together, get your spirit together, become the best version of yourself, and then adapt to what's going on. This is the most unique time in history because we have hookup culture. You do not have to marry a woman in order to have intimacy with her. Times have completely changed, and an overcorrection is coming because the population is going to continue to drop, and as it drops, there will be some type of overcorrection. We already know that robots are coming, but you know what? I have a better question for you guys. What do you think? Do you agree with this guy? Am I tripping? Comment your thoughts under this video. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, please remember to hype up the video, like and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.